Hey there, I'm DJ Short from ROTOWORLD, and I'm joined by Matthew Poliat, Drew Silva, and Ryan Boyer. And we're here to start to look ahead to the 2020 season. The 2019 regular season comes to a close, but never too early to look ahead to next year. So we're looking at sleepers and buzzy players going into next year. Drew, you have a few on the pitcher side.
Yeah, when I think about sleepers for 2020, at least as we sit here on October 1st, because it's kind of hard to project too far into the future into next spring, I think about starting pitchers who didn't get a large workload, mostly due to injuries. And so the casual fantasy player is not going to look too far beyond the abbreviated amount of innings. So there's Mike Clevenger, only 126 innings pitched due to a back injury that cost him over 2 months, but a 2.71 ERA when healthy at 12.1 K per nine. If he gets to 200 innings in 2020, he's a top 10 fantasy starter. I think we can all agree on that. Tyler Glasnow missed almost 4 months with a forearm strain, but he had a 1.78 ERA and 76 strikeouts in 60-plus innings when healthy. It's encouraging that he returned in September and pitched well down the stretch for the Rays. We'll see what he can do in the playoffs if the Rays get past the American League wildcard game. Blake Snell, similar situation, part of that rotation there in Tampa Bay. I think his 2018 American League Cy Young Award, a 1.98 ERA, that'll probably be the peak of his career. But if he stays healthier, I think with the strikeout upside, he can be a top fantasy starter again. Luis Severino of the Yankees, put him in that category too. Missed a large majority of the season due to lat and shoulder issues, but made 3 pretty good appearances down the stretch for the Yankees. He's another guy whose stock could go up with a big October.
Yeah, Snell would be someone I'd be targeting in drafts this year, because even when he was struggling, he was still striking out a ton of batters. So I think he could be an excellent value.
And the surgery he had is not a overly
it was bone spurs, right? Yeah, just arthroscopic. Yeah,
right. So no big deal there. I'm going to stay on the pitcher side. Dinelson Lamet with the Padres. This is someone I was excited about seeing making his return from Tommy John surgery this year. Actually didn't make his season debut with the Padres until July 4th, but made quite the impression. 4.07 ERA over 14 starts. That doesn't necessarily stand out, but had 105 strikeouts in 73 innings. That gives him the 6th highest strikeout percentage among pitchers with at least 70 innings pitched. 15th highest in swinging strike percentage. And when you go by some of those secondary metrics, xFIP, Sierra, he actually did better than the ERA. And of course, a good situation for a pitcher, so I think a nice breakout could be coming for him.
It's too bad he did that well, because I would have loved to have grabbed him at the last round here if he wasn't quite as good, but he seemed to take a step forward. Yeah. You weren't expecting that until next year in his first full year back, and now
I think he still might fly under the radar, though,
I think because of the ERA, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the strikeout upside is going to be
And the ballpark's great,
so we're going to go over to the hitter side now, and I think there's a lot to be excited about with that young Blue Jays lineup. I don't know if they're going to be a winning team next year, but they'll certainly be exciting.
I'm a lot more excited about what Vlad Guerrero and even Kevin Biggio has in store. Bo Bichette, especially those two, Bichette and Biggio, you're going to get some steals from them.
Right.
And it's hard to find steals right now, and those two can run a little bit. And Lourdes Gurriel, he seemed to be really breaking out this year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of potential at the top of that lineup. There could be lots of exciting players. Bichette's a top 15 shortstop, maybe top 10. Biggio's a top 15 second baseman. And I'm going to take Vlad 3rd round next year if I can.
Get out in front on that breakout.
Who's going to pitch for the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
That's not really important.
Well, another hitter you liked that came over from the Padres to the Indians in the trade for Enmil Reyes. A full year as a DH, I think, could be really beneficial for them.
I think the Padres really liked Reyes. They just knew he was a born DH, and now he's going to get that chance in a better ballpark. And he's got the little AL transition out of the way now. It was a bit of a slow start with the Indians, but now I think he's primed for 40 homers next year.
Yeah, and there was a playing time crunch there in San Diego too, so now he should have a full allotment of at bats.
He could turn out to be the headliner of that. Was a 7-player, 3-team trade. Trevor Bauer did not pitch well in Cincinnati. Yeah. Puig's a free agent.
Yeah.
Franmil Reyes long term is going to be the
Statcast loves him.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't strike out as much as a huge power hitter.
And he kills the ball when he makes contact. Yeah.
So another hitter in Texas who's in a good situation, Willie Calhoun.
Everybody loves a good post-type sleeper, right?
Yeah.
I think we all were expecting Calhoun to get his opportunity before he did. He wasn't called up for good until late July this year, but he finished with a 867 OPS with 16 home runs over his final 57 games. Just a 15.7% strikeout rate. Also had above average exit velocity and hard hit rate. He's a fly ball hitter. The Rangers are going to have a new stadium next season.
Yes,
so we're not sure how that's going to play. There is going to be a retractable roof. So the weather's probably not going to be as hot. The ball maybe isn't going to carry as much. Also, I believe it's supposed to be facing the opposite direction of their current stadium. So still yet to be decided how it's going to play. Chances are it's probably not going to be quite as hitter-friendly as their current stadium. But I just really love that profile. Young power hitter, doesn't strike out, hits a bunch of fly balls. He's only going to be 25, I think, during this offseason. So his arrow is definitely pointing up.
I've been hanging on
should
to
be really
him.
cheap in drafts.
Yeah, I've been hanging on to him in dynasty leagues for a couple of years, and I think the wait has finally been worth it. So hopefully we gave you some names to think about for next season. For around-the-clock MLB news, rumors, injury reports, and analysis, go to rotoworld.com/MLB.